Today I noticed some of the birds a little more on edge than usual, and this is because everyone is gearing up for the 4th of July. And even though it's still a few days away, the sounds of fireworks being tested in the afternoon even startled me. I can't help but wonder when my bluebirds, who began building a nest in one of my boxes this morning, will return, or if they were frightened off for good, but I don't think that's the case. Come mid-June, colorful tents begin to pop up with huge signs advertising fireworks, and fireworks have certainly come a long way over the years. You can buy some really advanced stuff these days and put on a really nice neighborhood show. But as these tents go up, some bird landlords start to worry about how the flashes and bangs will impact brooding birds. And indeed, close by neighborhood shows can put incubating birds into quite a frenzy. So I'll talk a little bit about the different scenarios that can happen. Remember though, each individual bird is different, but if you've been a little nervous, this can definitely help you know a little bit about what to expect. The first scenario is the best one, a night of colorful flashes and loud booms, but come the next day, mama bird is still sitting on her eggs incubating them or keeping her nestlings warm. Certainly in the nest box or sitting on the nest, she may have had a really anxiety-filled night, but the upside is that she didn't abandon. The second scenario is that overnight she did leave the nest, and maybe in the morning it's several hours before she returns. Fortunately, it's summertime, and while temperatures will drop overnight, it likely won't even hit anywhere close to below freezing. The other fortunate part is that the nest box and nesting material have insulative properties, and this can help retain heat and slow down that decrease of temperature. So when you do see mama bird return, you can be sure that the eggs and babies are likely okay. The next scenario that could happen is that the mother bird is so startled that she never returns. This is really sad for, well, 2 reasons that I can think of. The first is the risk of losing babies that our environment really needs, and second is because these situations are harder as we become more invested in a nest. If the father bird is still around, the nestlings have a chance of survival. He'll still feed the babies. He won't be able to keep them warm, but even at 5 days old, nestlings have been reported to survive and eventually make it to fledge. If the father isn't around, one option is to call a local wild bird rehabber and ask for their advice. The fourth scenario happens with older nestlings. The sound and flashes could cause premature fledging. Baby birds may survive early fledging if they're older, but if they're younger and you see that they're not flying, it is okay to put a baby bird back in its nest as long as you're certain of the nest it came from. The 4th of July and even the week leading up to it can be a bit stressful, but knowing what to expect can help you be prepared and perhaps minimize the worry that you feel. Remember, the worst scenarios are not always going to happen. In most cases, the birds will ride out the night and make it through. Think about horrible thunderstorms that roll through during the summer. Wildlife is deeply programmed to live and bring forth life, so things will likely be okay. And you can do the best you can to watch out for your native birds and help them thrive.